What's up guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another unboxing showcase review, and I'm finally gonna properly do this unboxing for the G.I. Joe Classified Series Serpentor with the Air Chariot. This was a Hasbro Pulse exclusive. I was one of many that was able to get this during the first run, and I know they did a second run that's going to be shipping out probably around like March, April, May of next year. So I'm just so happy that I was able to get this, and it is extremely beautiful. I can't, sometimes there's just no words to describe it. I'm so happy that I got this. I am floored with just this enormous box of this character. It's unbelievable. And just for the mere fact that it got showcased at San Diego Comic-Con of 2022, I am thrilled, absolutely thrilled with this. So, front of the box, it's very similar to the Dr. Mindbender, which I like because it's got this opening on the front, number 57 in the line, and you got this beautiful artwork going on in the back, unbelievable. So, I already cut a lot of places where the tape is, so this does slide out. And of course we have this opening right here that you can see. Let's just lower this a bit. And then, here we go. There we have the figure of Serpentor. My goodness. Big figure. Really big figure. This is cool. This whole artwork design showing, you know, the construction and, you know, everything about the Air Chariot. We have over here some of the other accessories going on, as well as on the other side, like so. Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Now to take all this out, I mean, we're gonna take this tape off and take everything to take all of that and put it down, and we'll kind of pull this out of this tray. But on the side here is where you basically will pull out the actual Air Chariot. I did cut the tape here because there was some tape here that kind of held this on, so this should be able to slide out, as you can see. So just be mindful of that. If you ever get this, you'll know what to do to properly unbox it, if you save the packaging, because I am one to save the packaging. So let me kind of just fast forward through all of this taking out, and then we'll put this together and go with it. All right, guys, this is absolutely incredible. The amount of accessories that you get in this here, especially with the vehicle, unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's crazy. And this was wrapped up. I can't even remember what was actually in this bag here. So we'll just cut that open and take a look, because I have no idea. It's probably for the Air Chariot. Yep, it's all the Air Chariot pieces. Okay. So yeah, the gun turrets, things like that. So it's a whole lot more to put together. It does come with instructions, I'm assuming. Yep, there you go. 1, 2, 3. Look at that, just like that. And then 4 and number 5. So we have instructions. I'm pretty sure it's self-explanatory just from the way we look at it. I mean, this is extremely reminiscent to me in regards to the Serpentor I got from back in the 90s when you did that mail-in offer, and I absolutely loved it. It was incredible when I actually did that stuff. So first of all, let's build the Air Chariot, because then we'll go over the accessories that come with Serpentor, because that's going to take a bit as well. But let's take a look at this, considering the fact that, look at this thing, unbelievable, the size of it. It's the sheer size of it. I am so impressed. Look at all of the detail. And it's like this matte gold, but there's like some shimmer to it. It looks really nice. Even underneath, it looks really cool. And I believe this turbine, it does spin. I don't know how you can spin it because it's very hard to grip on it, but it's still really cool. So from what I remember, because I remember putting this together from the 3.75 inch. So These wings will normally just plug in. It's kind of just like a push in, and these will go right inside there. Yep, there you go. Very simple. From one side to another, push them in, and they are basically stuck in there. There's I highly doubt I'm going to ever remove it, but that's just to go to show you. Now I know based on the instructions, they want you to put the front on first. So look at that. Look at this. That is incredible. And we have this that opens up as well with a gun turret that's right inside the mouth. That's awesome. Really cool. Okay, so this is a ball peg that we need to insert right into here. So let's do that. Oh, and it's got some, there's clips in here too. So that's gonna clip in just like that. So I guess all at once it'll just snap in, but there's a channel here. Maybe it's got to go down a little bit further. So let's kind of just push that in a little bit. Maybe. Does it go in further? Oh, there you go. Snap that into place. Okay, very nice. And then the handlebar control panel area, I guess, and that's a ball peg as well. We'll insert that. There you go. Nice snap. Wow, this is beautiful. Look at that. That is incredible. Then we have our gun turrets, which is held on by this cardboard. Let's cut that open. And look, let's see. So these will get mounted right onto here. They do have this, let's see, is there a channel or anything like that? No, because it looks like they'll just plug in like so, unless they're a particular way, because this one has a peg in it. So I'm going to assume one goes in one side. Yeah, like so. And it's got the cannon part, which we can just hear a click. There you go. You know, this makes a good like hand turret as well. Just like, you know, how Roblox was. You can just hold that. He can hold that basically with his hand, because it's got a trigger here and a handle there. But let's do this for now. We will plug it into the Chariot, which, there you go. It just pops in, and I'm sure you could just pop it right out because there's no little locking mechanism for it, but at least it's there. And oh, look at that. That's beautiful. It actually has holes for muzzle flashes, so that's really cool. So yeah, you can pop these off as you see fit. There you go. Am I missing anything else? I think that's it. That is it for the Air Chariot, and it is marvelous. Oh my gosh, this is wonderful. Man, even having the decals all on there, which is not decals, it's actually paint. And this, is this what I think it is? Oh, it is. Look at that. It's got some landing gear pieces. Very nice. Nice detail. It's got the red on there too. So I guess it's not a large landing sculpt, but it, you know, it gives it enough elevation to be up there. So that's not too bad. It's okay. This is beautiful. This is a great vehicle. That's absolutely wonderful. I love it. All right, it's just unbelievable. This is great. This matte gold and then this shiny gold, even along the mouth, it's excellent. There could be a little bit more paint on these gun turrets, which would have been nice, but that's quite all right. I mean, you normally don't get a lot of paint on the weapons from G.I. Joe anyway, so it's still really nice. And the colors go well with the black here. Very well done. Extremely, extremely well done. At least they have, you know, more color going on along this to kind of give it that depth. So that's awesome. I love it. This is absolutely wonderful. And then we have some accessories. So we have a cobra snake right here, serpent, whatever you want to call snakes. So cobra would probably be more better of a term, but this is nicely painted, even with the red in the mouth. Staff, this is more reminiscent to me from the G.I. Joe movie, when he pulls the snake out from his shoulder and then turns it into basically like a spear. His sword, not too bad. And it's got a cobra right here, so that's pretty cool to see. But two colors, right? So, oh, there's a red there. It's like a red jewel right there. Not too bad. Looks pretty good. We have these claws that basically will go onto his right arm. It's just a simple gray. Wish it could have been a little bit more paint detailed, but the silver on the claws actually look great. The staff, which is really nice. We can turn it too. I don't know if it comes apart, because we can turn it right here. So that's pretty cool. The staff itself on the cobra here, very nicely sculpted. It's only painted in the one color, and we have jewels here down at the bottom part. So not bad. I do like that as well. This is for his head, where you can I guess you can change it out, because this does get tucked. You have options, because right now I think on the figure itself, there's really no head movement. So these are alternates that you can have in replacement. So we will check these out when we get with the figure. All right, guys, let's take a look at Serpentor. Let's start off with the paint and sculpt, of course, because this is a awesome representation right now. It is unbelievable. It's amazing. I can't get over it. It's incredible. Everything is new. There's no reuse anywhere on this body. Here's my little disclaimer on this. Heat up your Serpentor. Unless mine was completely different, my Serpentor definitely needed to get heated up, because there were some joints in for the double, like I couldn't bend it whatsoever. And I was afraid that I would break it. So like this part here would go, but this joint wouldn't go. Same thing with the knees. Like they were locked up at the bottom parts of the joint, but up here you could basically maneuver it very easily. So once I heated it up, everything was fine. It may take a bit, but just be careful with it, because you know you have soft goods. So just watch out. So that's just my little disclaimer. But first off, paint and sculpt. Head sculpt, absolutely amazing. Incredible job on the head sculpt. That is remarkable. Even with, the headdress, that looks great. They got two different tones of gold in there. The paint is great. They painted the teeth, that white silver color. Awesome. Very well done. I love the sculpt of the face. It's so good. So good. We got all this green for the snakes on them, and they're all textured, of course. Even the texture on his entire outfit, all the scales. You see all of these scales, and it's unbelievable. Every bit of it. Even the snakes have the scales. So good. The gold armor plating right here, all the way down to his pelvis, and they go down along the sides, like so. And the back of the arm, all that detail there. And even the back. Look at the back. The back actually has it as well. All that texture looks so good. Really, really nice. Some of the armor plating here in the green, and in the knee pads too. Awesome. So good. So good. So there are some missed areas as well. I mean, there's a lot of paint bleed of green right here in the chest. You can see that. It's minimal, but it's not too bad. So I can live with that. I don't see much outside of that There wasn't really any misses here and there. There you go. There's a little bit right here on the knee. So this is just being nitpicky. Not too bad. Back of the leg right there. So that's not bad. There could be worse things, you know. There could be a lot more worse things. So I can live with what it is. So there you go. We also have the soft goods cape. Now, soft goods cape, it looks really good too, because you see this pattern design right here. That looks awesome. If I can, I wish I could. If I could fit a wire into this, I would definitely do so. They sewed it to a point where I feel like I can possibly slide a wire in there. It's I don't know. I could try it. I could definitely try it. We'll see. But I love it. The cape is awesome. It drapes right down to where his ankles are. So that's not too bad. It's not going to go onto the floor. So it looks really good. I am absolutely amazed by this figure. Now, let's take a look at, you know, changing out the headpiece here, because there is a connection point right there, and this does come off like so. And so once you remove this, there you go. It's just like a back piece right there. You can then have this in replacement, right? So tuck that, well, whoops, tuck your cape down and plug this back here. And then use this one. So now you have your neck movement. See that? What a great idea. I mean, this is still cool. So just to have like just a more isolated head. But now you have movement. Now you can actually maneuver his head a bit. So now that we got that done, because you see it's two different ones. You see that? This one's much wider. Now that we got that going on, let's work on articulation. All right, guys, articulation. So with the head, you can definitely turn side to side. You have so much tilt, which is awesome. I think this is on a dumbbell joint as well. He can look up pretty nicely. You can see that. This does hinder it a little bit. He can look down. Awesome. The neck does move. There is articulation in neck, so you can maneuver that as well. So it does help with the pivoting. So that's great. He has butterfly joints. The butterfly joints actually are minimal, but they do its work. They do its work. You can get his arms to go up that high at the 90 pose. Has an upper bicep swivel, and then of course we have double jointed pinless elbows right there, and the wrists of course can turn, and they do have the horizontal. They have the horizontal hinge like so. So there you go. He does have trigger finger hands. For whatever reason, it's perfectly fine. Well, we could use it for the turret, so that's still okay. We do have a diaphragm joint, which has quite a bit of range, and there is a little gap right there, but I mean, it's still okay. It's not like a hole, but you know what I mean. So he can go back that far. He can go forward that far. But now that we have a nice ball jointed waist, oh, that's even better, because we can do a lot of tilting forward and back. That helps out. So it does great with articulation. We do have drop down hips as well, upper thigh cut, the double jointed knees, and like I said, make sure you heat it up just in case. It only goes that far, of course. We do have a boot swivel, and of course your pivot on your foot can go back pretty far, and it can go forward only that much. So there you go with articulation, and just like any other G.I. Joe Classified Series figure, amazing with articulation. So with accessories, you can insert this onto his right arm, or you can have the longer blades onto his right arm. Here he is holding the sword. Not too bad. It is kind of weird with the trigger hand, but I mean, at least it still can grip the sword. And here he is holding his staff. And here he is holding that snake. And that's what he looks like when he's holding the turret. That's not that's not too bad at all. And of course, his main accessory, the air chariot, that is what it looks like when he is on the air chariot. Now you can pose his body a little bit more further. I just pegged him on to the pegs onto his feet, and I have both hands onto the handlebars. So I mean, you can maneuver out his arms a bit, kind of pose him a little bit better. But that is what it looks like on the air chariot. It is amazing with this. Oh my God, that looks incredible. All right, some comparison time. Here he is standing next to the G.I. Joe Classified Series Sergeant Slaughter and Tiger Force Outback. You can see the height difference because Serpentor is much, much taller. I can't believe that. That is a big figure. And here I have him alongside Cobra Commander and Destro. And of course we should have him next to Dr. Mindbender and a Cobra Bat. And we have an Action Force figure. We have the Steel Brigade Night Ops. And I grabbed some Marvel Legends just to see some size comparison, because I got Dr. Doom, who's more of a regular height, and he is smaller. But then I grabbed Cyber, and you can see Cyber is definitely taller than Serpentor. So the much larger Marvel Legends figure, they are definitely bigger than him. And just to see, there's a Star Wars Black Series Obi-Wan. And for Mythic Legions, here is Sir Gerard. All right, guys, I like this cape a lot. And I know everyone's cape is going to be different based upon how it was made. So there is the stitching pattern right here, as you can see on the cape, and you can see it from the inside as well. So they actually did a great job stitching this, considering it's even. And what I mean by even is that there's no like jaggedness to it. You can see that it's a straight line. That's what I mean by that. Even on this side, it's also a straight line. So I actually have floral wire. It's really, really thin. There's a lot you can kind of do with this. And to be honest, because I'm not a customizer in any way, or I don't make soft goods, but with floral wire, it is thin enough for you to really mess around with. Here's like an older piece that I kind of taught, and you can bend it in all shapes and ways. And I think the gauge of this is thin enough for me to just slide it through. I'm gonna just try it right here for you guys, just to see if that actually works. And if it does, and you guys have a pretty good stitching on your cape, try it out. You might like it. And then we have a wired cape. It's just a simple thing to do, but it's not going to work for everybody. And I think that's just because of how it's being stitched. So I have some wire cutters here just to kind of lower it, shorten the length of it. So bear with me, but I'm going to try it because, hey, if you can make your figure better, by all means, you can definitely do so. So let's just kind of do a little bit here. So right here at the end, there will be an opening. And if I can slide it through, then this will be this will be where my soft goods turns into a nice little wired cape. And mine's already all bent up here, so try to use one that's probably straight for when whatever floral wire you have. You can see it's already down this far, and if I can make it at least go all the way up here, hey, that'll be awesome. All right, guys, there you have it. There we have my unboxing showcase review on the G.I. Joe Classified Series Serpentor and his air chariot. And we actually did some customizing because we actually made a wired cape. I actually didn't think it would work, but it did, and I'm happy it did work. I'm extremely satisfied that I was able to do that. But overall, without the wired part of this, the figure is absolutely amazing. Represents the character in every way. This is an amazing job by the G.I. Joe team. I absolutely love everything about this figure, everything about the vehicle of the air chariot. Everything is amazing to me. Definitely one of my top figures of 2022. This is beautiful. I absolutely love it. I love my G.I. Joe Classified series, and this one is incredible. Let me know what you guys think. I would greatly appreciate it. Please hit that like button. Please hit the subscribe button if you're new here, as well as leave a comment. I want to know what you guys think. Let me know. I would greatly appreciate it. But thank you guys so much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Hope to see you soon, and I hope to see you on the next hunt.